Hello, Eleanor.
Hello, Karen. Good afternoon. Great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I know that we've run over a little bit late because we've had a lot of amazing interviews today, but we're here to talk about leadership in construction. And I wanted to share you with our IPL community because you're so inspiring and you're this woman who is leading the way in the construction industry. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that came about and why it's your passion?
Of course. Thank you so much. I've always been told that I have the voice for radio, so it's fantastic to share that on radio and, of course, with you. When I was working in the construction industry, I found it quite stifling and suffocating, yet it is an industry that is just rife with opportunity and potential. And I found that there was a massive disjunct in my conventional education, which left me feeling meek and diminished and absolutely reduced to nearly no identity because of, what I thought was the right way to have a career in construction. And then, of course, I discovered that there was a chasm in my own learning and development. And when I started exploring that on my own merit and realizing that where I was in my career could not be it, there had to be more. I just didn't know what more actually looked like. I did set off on my own path of creating the construction coach, creating my own podcast and of course books, which we will get into. And then on the flip side, I have the opportunity to of course enable others to see what is possible in their own career, but also understand and enable them with the most influential factors on their own career development so that they can live from the inside out, not from the outside in. Because if you live from the outside in, that's the equivalent of having mind control. And that has nothing to do with you, your aspirations, your dreams, your own vision, what you want to achieve. And that is the most fulfilling way in order to have a career. So it was a massive problem that I solved for myself. And of course, what motivates me and not even motivates, inspires me in order to go out and bring this unconventional, holistic education to the construction industry.
Well, I have been on your journey and watching it for a few years. Delighted to be your publisher. Leadership in Construction is book 2 that came after constructing your career. And you are so inspiring and you absolutely have a voice for radio. You absolutely do. But your podcast is doing so well. You have a lot of downloads there as well. But for anyone who's watching you, I think that if they watch you or join you on the journey on LinkedIn, they're not only going to get inspiration, they're going to get motivated. So you ignite things within other people. And is that why you write books?
Definitely. I mean, ignite is the right word. It's bringing the fuel to the fire that people already have, except it has been diminished. And I always had the notion that I would write a book one day. And I thought that this was a function or, something that was preserved for someone in their 60s, 70s when they have had quote unquote experience. But the thing is, everyone has a book within them already. And it was through my mentoring journey, which I had the privilege of having that extracted from me. But I've always loved writing and I've always loved communicating, and it's in my own zone of genius. It doesn't, it's not a chore for me to have to sit down and write and create and to be able to produce something that will hopefully outlive me, but that allows people a window into my world, into my philosophy that can truly change their world and their philosophy. And books are special. I mean, you don't throw them out. They're always on the shelf. You give it to other people. You talk about it. And it just takes one book to change your trajectory. And if we have the power to bring that to the world, then we have a duty to actually see that through.
Home with them. That's the thing, they can bring you home with them through a book. One of the things that I think is really important, just lastly to share, is that your books are targeted for the construction industry, but there's so much to lead about leadership and about growth through your books. I get so much from reading your books and being part of the journey. So I highly recommend them for anybody who's trying to up level in any industry. But just to stand, to stand alongside and to move forward in an industry that, obviously can be, can hold you back, but you surge forward, I think takes tremendous courage, and you're actually making a huge difference in the work that you do simply by showing up and being you, Anna. How does that feel, or what's your attitude? How do you approach that?
It's a pleasure and a privilege to do what I do and to be able to use what I have and what I know in order to make an impact to other people. And what I have done in the industry hasn't been done before. I've forged my own path. I know I am the pioneer of doing what I do, how I do, and in the way that I impact people as well. And if I was looking to see what was already in existence, then I wouldn't even be here. But to be the first, to be the tip of the spear, which is the essence of leadership, of course, takes immense character and intense courage, because yes, there are people who support you, but at the same time, there are people who will attempt in every way, shape, and form to diminish you. But that, of course, doesn't stop us. So, it's doing what I have been doing, which every day teaches me a new aspect of leadership, which people think you can just buy or get off the shelf. It's not. At the end of the day, it comes from doing. So as long as I can continue to reinvent and create and do what I do in the industry, and it reaches the right people in the industry, then I will certainly be on this mission and continue that journey.
You're entirely a futurist. That's what I call you in at my press at KMD Books. You're one of our futurist authors. Thank you so much for joining me. Where can everyone find you, Eleanor?
Eleanor Moshe on LinkedIn and at Eleanor Moshe _ on Instagram.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Eleanor, for joining me. Take care.
Thank you, Karen. See you later.